Well, one place that is very much at the centre of the efforts of aid agencies is Eastern Ghouta, which is a suburb of Damascus. And joining me to discuss this further is Tasneem Al-Barazi. Many thanks indeed for joining us this afternoon. Just remind us of what the conditions are currently like in Eastern Ghouta.
Thanks for having me. Unfortunately, the conditions at the moment are extremely dire. It's very difficult for us to get in contact with our staff on the ground and discuss matters. But what they're telling us at the moment this morning is that there are people in the city that have not seen daylight in 3 days. This is due to the fact of there has been intense bombing and people are now living in basements that are not fit for living. There is no water, there is no electricity, there is no food. Syria Relief actually have an office inside Eastern Ghouta, but unfortunately because of the severe series of bombardments, we've had to close this office and actually suspend all our operations. We have a few schools in the area, we support orphans in the area, but this has all been suspended at the moment. The situation is so dire that many civilians have actually started to seek refuge in our offices. So we have reports this morning from our staff. We have around 150 civilians in Eastern Ghouta who are inside our offices seeking refuge from the bombardments.
We were talking about refugees a few moments ago, but presumably there aren't going to be any refugees coming out of Eastern Ghouta because they're trapped.
They are trapped. It's a big problem for us. It's a big problem for aid workers to help people of Eastern Ghouta. It's a big problem for the residents of Eastern Ghouta to get out. And last year, when there was a series of severe bombardments on the city of Aleppo, there was an evacuation that enabled civilians to evacuate the area and go to a safer place. But we don't know what's going to happen. Civilians cannot leave the area. They cannot leave to seek refuge in a safer place, and they are trapped inside the city where there are intense military bombardments every second. Our staff are telling us that there isn't a second that goes by where there aren't warplanes in the air and bombardments.
Tasneem, appreciate your time. Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
This is Sky News coming up.